Hey guys, it's Godsuya. Hope you all are doing well. Today's video is going to be very informative and helpful for those who are getting started with the claw control. So if you're a beginner and want to master the claw control in order to take your gaming experience to the next level, well, you're in luck. This video is for you. I'll try to explain things as simple as I can. So whoever watches the video should learn at least a thing or two. But before we begin, why should you learn claw control? Learning claw control helps you to improve your reflex timing. You can execute crouch or prone plus fire and open scope plus peek plus fire actions at the same time. You can take complete advantage of the hold function for open scope and lean mode, which facilitates in easier and faster movements. The first step towards mastering the claw control is to set your scope open and lean mode to hold rather than tap or mixed. This plays a crucial role in mastering reflexes as well. And disable the peek and open scope option. Now, I will show you guys some basic claw control setups. This is the 3-finger claw setup, which is a slightly advanced form of a basic 2-finger setup. The only difference is being the placement of the peek and fire buttons. Other than that, it closely resembles the 2-finger control setup. This type of control setup is best if you're a beginner. What you are seeing now is a 4-fingers claw setup commonly used by most of the PUBG Mobile players these days. As you can see, the fire button is placed at the top left of the screen while the scope button is placed to the right top end of the screen. The peek buttons can be placed anywhere the user likes it to be. It requires the usage of 4 fingers from the user. Hence the name 4-fingers claw control. This type of control setup requires few days of practice to get used to. A user with a setup like this can do multiple actions for a given instance, like rapidly crouching while firing or proning while firing. This type of 4-fingers claw control is a result of shuffling of fire and scope buttons left and right. The fire button is placed to the right whereas the scope button is placed to the left. The peek buttons are again free to be placed anywhere the user likes. This type of control setup is used by popular PUBG Mobile players like Coffin. And I personally use the same with slight changes. And this is another type of claw control setup which I used some while ago before switching to the new layout. The fire button is placed towards the bottom right along with all the crouch, prone and jump buttons. The scope button is placed to the top right of the screen and the peek buttons are placed to the top left of the screen. Since I used this layout to slay enemies before, I can say that it is best for beginners who want to learn claw control and gyroscope together. What makes this control setup unique is the placement of the fire button. It still gives you the 2-fingers layout experience. Claw control is most effective when it is combined with gyroscope. Don't get me wrong, claw control can also be used by non-gyroscope players. But I recommend you to learn and master the gyroscope as it is advantageous. Now I'm going to give out some tips that can help you master claw control in no time. Tip number 1. Practice shooting while standing at an immobile target. This is the first thing you should be doing when you switch to new controls. While you're doing that, shift your aim between the targets. Your muscle memory should adapt to the new changes. Start by doing this. I know this sounds a bit lame, but I also want to help those who are completely new to the game or started playing very recently. Now try to scope in while firing. Add some movement while you fire and scope in at the same time. Try shooting moving targets like these punks over here. Practice the drill for at least 10 minutes each day. Tip or drill number 2. Try crouching while you shoot. Crouch and fire at the moving targets. Now try proning while firing. Add the jump action to it to make it a combo. Jump, crouch and prone while firing. Remember to keep shooting at your targets at all the time when you do this. Repeat the drill for at least 15 minutes. Drill number 3. Use the peek option to jiggle left and right while firing. And gradually shift between the targets and jiggle fire it. Get behind a cover and try to shoot the targets while swiftly getting behind the cover again. Jump, crouch, prone while shooting. This is one of the advantages of Gyroscope. You can shift your aim rapidly between the targets. And how fast? It totally depends on you. Comment down below if you like to see a video on Gyroscope. I will happily make one. Trust me, clock control is not hard to learn and master. You might see it be a difficult thing to learn at first. But it's actually very easy. All it takes is determination and a few weeks of practice. It's no rocket science. Practice makes a man perfect. With that being said, it's time to end the video. If at all this video helped you, drop a like and share the video. Post your doubts in the comment section. I'll help you. And please don't forget to subscribe. Ask for the type of content you would like to see. I'll make it. Thanks for watching. Catch you all in the next video. This is Godsuya, signing off.
I am ready for battle, and I'm ready for war. So I come for the target. I'm engaging your core. Engage your core, and I'm about to kill it. Gotta be the kid, I gotta be the villain. I be on the rated, now I gotta do it. I'm a warrior, I'm coming with the truth. So shit, yeah, that's how we march. Back in the game, and I kill it with the bars. Everybody really wanna get a piece now, but I will